Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Christy Hutcherson with Women Fighting for America here on the front lines and in the fight every day for you, the American citizen, showing you information, bringing you information that most people don't tell you about. So today I'm going to have you think for yourself. I am doing some work at the northern border because we forget that we have a northern border. The northern border is being invaded as well. Illegals are crossing over at an unprecedented levels that we haven't seen, and actually levels that we've never seen, all up and down the Canadian border, whether it's Vermont or Michigan, New York, Montana, you name it, they're flooding over into the border as well. Today, I want to show you the hypocrisy of the policies that the Biden administration has inflicted on the American people, why they're not upholding the laws of the land. We all know why. We're going to be laying out that over the course of the next several weeks in a really hard hitting series for you to understand what's at risk for America, why open borders, why is it not just happening in the United States, but it's also happening all over the free Western world, actually, the world. So here I am. I'm getting ready to enter the Canadian border. I'm on the American side right now, and I have to have my passport. I'm a legal citizen of the United States of America, and for me to enter into Canada or to come back to the United States of America, I cannot do so without this document right here, the passport. If I show up without the right documentation to say that I'm allowed to come into the United States of America, I would be returned and rejected, and I would be stuck where I am until I could produce these type of documents to come into the United States. When I got on an airplane to fly to the border, I had to show my real ID. And if you haven't flown lately, you're going to start noticing you have to have real ID. Real ID is where they've actually taken a step further and they've vetted you. You're in the Homeland Security System, TSA system. And if you don't have the proper credentials, or you're somebody who's on a watch list, you're somebody who has a criminal background record, or you're coming from a country that America doesn't like, or you're on that list, you cannot get on that plane and you won't be able to pass through security. As a matter of fact, more than likely, you'll be detained. Fast forward to the northern and southern borders with illegals coming from 174 plus different nations. The gotaways who are allowed to literally run rampant into the United States of America and completely disappear. Our government knows for a fact, the intelligence agencies have briefed and given this information at the highest levels, that organized criminal organizations, organized crime, terrorist organizations, people from countries like Iran, Venezuela, by the way, which is a communist nation, they're using our borders to come into our country. Our intelligence agencies know for a fact that Iran utilizes Venezuela as a conduit to fly from Iran into Venezuela. Then the Venezuelan government, in turn, gives them legal Venezuelan documents to state that they are legal Venezuelan citizens. And I'm gone. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Interesting enough, when certain keywords are said, they take me down. By the way, I've also been canceled on Facebook. I really need everybody to start going over to our other platforms. Please do go to our website, find out all of our platforms. You really do need to follow us there if you really are interested in the information and the facts that we're giving out there. It's just a matter of time before they shut down the WFFA account. They've canceled me personally and my public persona on Facebook. But back to my point. My point is this. Our own State Department of Homeland Security, they know that the documents that are being shown in many cases, that they're falsified documents, but they can't prove it because they look like they're legit. We are allowing terrorists, rapists, murderers, the worst of the worst, in many cases to infiltrate into our country and our nation. These people are not being vetted. They're being sent all over the United States to your communities. And you're just hearing about those communities in New York, Chicago, the bigger cities. But I make no mistake, they're also in the rural areas. This is a ticking time, you know what? It is just a matter of time before the plans are activated, and you're going to see more and more soft targets hit and more Americans' lives at risk and at stake of demise because of the policies, purposeful policies. These aren't gaffes. This isn't incompetency. When they say and they do these slip ups, it's exactly their plan. And we have to understand this. This is part of their game, their plan to destabilize and take down America for their one world system. As you can tell, the Biden crime family, more and more information comes out every day. They are the most corrupt in American history, this family. They have sold our secrets. They have sold our intel. They have given away serious amounts of information that weaken us as a country and as a nation. And we still have our Congress who do nothing but hold hearings after hearings after hearings. They're down at the border holding again, yet another hearing. It is time to act. It is time to hold people accountable who do not uphold the Constitution, who quite frankly don't hold up the laws that Congress has already passed. Title 8 is very clear. And if you don't understand Title 8, go back and read Title 8. It is very, very clear. As I enter the border, let me see if I can't turn my camera around. I don't even know how to do that. Let's see. Nope. So I'll just turn it this way. So here I am waiting in line patiently for 30 minutes to cross over a port of entry legally. However, according to the policies of this administration, all I need to do is to go over here to the river or to the bush or to some area and just cross over. And tell them I'm asylum seekers. And I'll be able to enter the United States of America. Oh, but wrong, I won't be, because you know why? I don't fit their profile of what they're wanting to do. America, you need to understand that if you don't act and engage, we're not going to have freedom and liberty. It is completely at risk. Time is drawing very close. And if you think that 24 is going to be the savior year for our democracy republic that we hold dear, you're wrong. It will not be. They have a plan in place to even stop that from happening. You can already see it with the indictments of President Donald J. Trump. And that's just the beginning. What can you do? You need to go to our website. You really do need to go to our website, Women Fighting for America. You need to sign up and you need to join. You need to engage. You need to be trained on what to do. You need to act. You know, here's a question I want you to ask, not only yourselves, but you should be asking, get an appointment with your state lawmakers, get an appointment with your congressional leaders, and ask them this very question. When you look at the numbers who have come over under the Biden administration and the policies, in reality, we'll go with their numbers, okay? We'll go with their 6 to 8 million numbers. Then we'll look at the gotaways, because you have to add the gotaway numbers in there, which is a couple million according to them. So if you've got roughly 7, 8 million people who are coming over the border, 83%, and this was statistics from a year ago, so that number is going to be higher, 83% are young, single, young adults. Sorry, guys. Young single adults of fighting age. So think about this. If they're seeking asylum, you're running from something. There's civil unrest. You're in imminent danger. Your family's in imminent danger, and you must flee immediately. How come they're so well dressed? How come they're so well put together? They're not panicked. How come the men, 83% according to the Border Patrol's numbers, 83% in DHS's numbers, why did they leave their women and their children behind? Their wives and their children behind? Think about that for a second. Why? Because this is purposeful. We have to start thinking for ourselves, America, and we need to start getting involved. That's all I have to say for right now. I'm going to be driving the border, on the northern border, doing some recon work, looking at what's really going on over here. I've reported from the northern border before. Going to give you guys an update. Please, WFFA.win.win. Women Fighting for America. Search it. Share this message. Like it, share it, send it across all your platforms, make it go viral. I give you permission to take snippets and send it out there. We need everybody in this battle that we're in, or we will lose this war. God bless you. And as always, on the front lines, Christy Hutcherson. And God bless this great nation we love.